Yo, what's good, Karma Nation? It's your boy Tristan, aka Sriracha DFS, back once again with DFS Karma. Welcome to another episode of NBA DFS DraftKings Picks on Monday, December 6th, powered by DraftKings and DFS Karma themselves, where the point of the video is I do a breakdown of the games for the slate as well as give you guys the top picks from each team. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to this YouTube channel if you're new so you do not miss out on any of our free media content or our live streams. Comment as well down below if you do indeed like our content, have any criticisms, compliments, or anything else for us. We try to get back to you guys as soon as possible, and we do read everything, so we appreciate that. Also, make sure you're in our free chat room. We discuss things DFS 24/7 all day, every day, props, sports betting, DFS, just fantasy. We got everything in there, so links are down in the description below, chatdfs.com. And with that being said, we got a 10-game slate to take out, so let's get straight to it. First game on the slate, Philly at Charlotte. Wow, this Charlotte team is decimated. On the Philly side, Tobias Harris is questionable and Grant Riller is out. So, assuming Charlotte isn't tired from that game in Atlanta, this is a good game to attack the Charlotte side. So, if Tobias Harris does sit out, then you have these players at cheap prices like Niang, Seth Curry, Joel Embiid's going to eat everyone up on that team. So this is assuming Tobias Harris is out. I do like this side. And on the Charlotte side, we have a ton of people out. Cody Martin is probable. Well, he was in today, and I assume he'll either show up on the injury report or he'll just be left off of it. So he's a good play regardless. What? Oh my goodness, he's 3'9". LaMelo out, Terry Rozier out, Jalen McDaniels out, Mason Plumlee out. So all of them going to be out tomorrow. Again, assuming Charlotte is okay and not tired and they won't get blown out. I do love this side again. I mean, Kelly Oubre, huge game. Miles Bridges, huge game. Ish Smith. Wait, what? Why are these guys' prices so low? Oh my goodness. Okay, so if everyone's still out tomorrow, I mean, Ish Smith, Cody Martin, locks, PJ Washington, Kelly Oubre Jr., and Miles Bridges all become in play for sure. Like, yeah, look at those prices, bro. Those prices are weird, unless they know something. But moving on, OKC at Detroit. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander missing another game for the Thunder. Bump up to Josh Giddey, who's going to be returning. Lou Dort, I believe, is a great play at 5.4K. I love him a lot. Robinson Earl, also a good play. Darius Bazley is now 4K, really cheap. Who's the other guy I'm looking for? There's one more. That might be it. Ty Jerome. We'll see what I guess the Thunder decide to do with him because Kenrich Williams is coming back. So we'll see what they decide to do. But besides that, those are my main guys. Like I said, Lou Dort, Robinson Earl, Giddey. Bazley's worth looking GPPs, but this dude does not produce. On the Detroit side, Corey Joseph doubtful, which is big because Hamidou Diallo was out as well. So basically, Killian Hayes and Cade Cunningham should see almost all the backcourt minutes, or all the 1-2 minutes. And then Frank Jackson, of course, I think he's going to step into a big role tomorrow. I believe he's going to play 25 minutes plus. He's worth a good look in GPPs as a punt. Especially in a game environment like this, because OKC is going to be, OKC is trash. Detroit's not that great either. So, good environment for those three guards, in my opinion. And then you have Jeremy Grant as well, and Sadiq Bey. So, I actually like a lot of pieces just because how bad it's just picking and choosing your players from these games. But I do believe like at least 1 to 2 are going to emerge out in the optimal tonight. I mean, these teams are just so bad. Good, so bad teams playing each other is good because, it'll probably stay close, and there's either a bunch of turnovers, a bunch of made shots, or a bunch of rebounds. So that's just my take on it. Washington at Indiana. On the Washington side, Spencer Dinwiddie's out for the night. Thomas Bryant still out. So Dinwiddie, and because Washington's on a back-to-back, Dinwiddie's going to sit. Bump up to Beal. He's going to be a low-owned spend-up. Kyle Kuzma definitely gets a little bump as well. I'm looking at Montrezl Harrell tomorrow and Daniel Gafford. Assuming Gafford doesn't get into foul trouble, he's going to be a great play tomorrow. I also like Montrezl Harrell just because of the size that they need. they're playing against Sabonis and Miles Turner, so they're going to need some size out there. Bertans is going to be interesting, in my opinion. He might be worth a look in GPPs just because of his ability to go hot at any moment, and we'll see if he gets more minutes, seeing that they need some size. On the Indiana side, Justin Holiday out, TJ McConnell out, and TJ Warren still out as well. So with TJ McConnell being out, opens minutes up for Chris Duarte. We've seen that. And I mean, these are the 5 main dudes you see right here: Sabonis, Brogdon, LeVert, Turner, and Duarte. But I'm not too sure if I'd touch anyone on this side, to be honest. Everyone's priced pretty correct. Maybe Miles Turner is worth a look in GPPs, but besides that, I'm probably not going to touch anyone here. Memphis at Miami next game. Brandon Clark questionable, Zaire Williams questionable, and John Morant, Kyle Anderson are still out for tomorrow's game, or I guess tonight's game. So Miami is definitely a spot to attack with Jimmy Butler being out. So we have to make sure that that's the case. But if Jimmy's in, it should be a more competitive game here. So I'm not looking at too much yet. Maybe Steven Adams. They might need him a little more playing against Dwayne Dedmon. Tyus Jones at 5.6. His price is getting up there. If Clark and Zaire Williams decide to sit again, I'm looking at either an Aldama or Tillman, with my guy Tillman basically being the one I'm leaning towards. Miami side, Jimmy Butler questionable, Bam Adebayo out, Victor Oladipo out, and Markieff Morris is out as well. So this game basically rests on Jimmy Butler. If he's in, I love him, 9.4K. He's definitely worth a pay up tomorrow. Tyler Hero if Jimmy's out. Kyle Lowry if Jimmy's out. Duncan Robinson's still so cheap at 4.3. And then, like I keep saying every single time these dudes play, one of these 3 guys, Vincent, Martin, Strus. I did call the Strus game last game. I did call Strus. If you're not going Duncan, like I said against Milwaukee, you got to play Strus or Martin. And Strus was that guy. Martin was also that guy. Damn. Strus and Martin were those guys. And I think Duncan didn't even do too bad. Yeah, he didn't even do too bad. But Martin and Strus were those guys. I wish I listened to myself and played them. Again, this is going to be one of those games where they're going to be needed if Jimmy sits again. You know what I mean? So definitely worth a look in GPPs. You're going to have to take a shot. I'm not leaning towards one right now, actually. I do like PJ Tucker at 3.3K. I think they might need him a little bit more tomorrow against Memphis. But Dedmon's at 5K, damn. But yeah, one of these guys. Low-key think it's Gabe Vincent. But that's just my hunch. Moving on. Denver at Chicago. Jamal Murray out. Michael Porter Jr. out. Bones Highland out. Bol out. Austin Rivers out. And PJ Dozier out as well. So they're hampered by a lot of injuries. We saw Zeke Nnaji play like 30-something minutes and play 20 consecutive minutes without subbing out. That was a wild sequence. He's definitely worth a look tomorrow for a value play if he continues to get these minutes. Besides that, I don't know if I'd go anywhere here besides maybe Jokic, but still tough matchup against Vucevic. This is a game I might avoid on a 10-game slate besides Zeke, and I think that's it. Chicago side, Alex Caruso doubtful, Kobe White out, Javonte Green out, Patrick Williams out as well. So with Alex Caruso being doubtful, Derrick Jones Jr. started for them after Alex Caruso left the game. And he's going to be, I think, a good value play tomorrow. He's going to be a popular one. You might be able to get off this with the other punts I mentioned, the other value plays I mentioned on the first couple games, but he's going to be quite popular because they're going to need bodies. Javonte's out, Caruso's out, so they're going to need some dudes. And other people do get playing time. They do get a bump in playing time, but Derrick Jones Jr. I think is the main beneficiary. So, and these guys are 9K each. Holy cow! Not too sure if I'd go here attacking Denver. I would game stack it if anything, because it's going to be a competitive game, you know. Cleveland at Milwaukee next game. Cleveland side, we got Dean Wade questionable and Colin Sexton out. So Milwaukee, this whole game depends on if Giannis sits or plays. and we're going to have to watch for that news as well. He's questionable tomorrow. If he's out, I do like this Cleveland side. I do like attacking Milwaukee without Giannis. Darius Garland's price has gone up, but I do believe tomorrow's an Evan Mobley game. 6.6K, love his price. Jared Allen has been beasting, but so has Evan Mobley. His upside is huge, and yeah, I mean, Milwaukee gets eaten up by power forwards when Giannis is out. So on the Milwaukee side, like I said, Giannis questionable, Grayson Allen questionable, George Hill questionable, and then we have Brook Lopez and Dante DiVincenzo out. So like I mentioned, Giannis, big news here. If he's in, bump down to all the Milwaukee guys. Probably won't play any of them, seeing that they're so priced up. If he's out, I mean, they're not in the greatest matchup, but they do get usage bumps. I don't know if I would attack here at all, to be honest. Even if Giannis is out, I think there are better spots with better players that you can attack rather than a Cleveland team that's been rolling, Cleveland team that's good at defense, a Cleveland slow team. So we'll see. But definitely you can stack them if Giannis does sit. Atlanta and Minnesota next game. We have on the Atlanta side, Cam Reddish questionable. He did not play last night. Solomon Hill questionable. He also left the game last night in the middle. Bogdan Bogdanovic out and DeAndre Hunter out as well. So here, I should probably go over the other side before I give my take on the game, because Jalen McDaniels is probable, but Karl Anthony Towns questionable, D'Angelo Russell questionable, and Patrick Beverley questionable. So if all those dudes sit, this game's not going to be competitive at all. I just don't believe there's any way. Anthony Edwards will get the usage bump of his life, but I mean, we saw what he did without Cat, and it was pretty tragic. So yeah, it was tragic. So that's a tough thing to predict as of now. But if they all do sit, Malik Beasley, huge bump. Naz Reid, huge bump. Vanderbilt, huge bump. And then some of these bench guys will get more run as well. But I'm hoping Cat and D'Lo play so that this game is competitive, because it's a good game environment. But we're going to have to see tomorrow. Besides that, I can't really give my take on it just because we need that news, you know. Next game, San Antonio at Phoenix. This should be a pretty good game to watch. San Antonio side, we have Devin Vassell questionable, Keita Bates-Diop questionable as well. So tomorrow, I do like Jacob Poeltl in this position. 6K, he's going to be needed to guard Ayton. I actually like him a lot. And Keldon Johnson, only if Vassell and Keita Bates-Diop are out. I do like Keldon Johnson because he's going to get consistent minutes. But also it's a tough defensive matchup. So, excuse me. So I'm not even too sure if I'd go there. Derek White is someone that I do like tomorrow at 6'5". And then, of course, DeJounte Murray has been breaking out this entire season. He's worth a look on every slate. He's probably going to give you at least a floor of 40 and a ceiling of like 60. So this game might be another one, especially if Vassell sits and Keita sit. Like, it's just a bigger bump for Murray. So I do like him. Chris Paul's going to be tough to go against, but I don't mind him. Phoenix side, Frank Kaminsky out. Devin Booker, big news, out. Dario Saric and Abdel Nader rounded out as well. With that news, I do like Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton. They had a tough rematch against the Golden State Warriors, and that's a really good defensive team. San Antonio has been better as of late, but Phoenix is at home, and I do believe this game is going to be super competitive. So I do like this side. I do like both sides, actually, and I wouldn't mind a game stack, to be honest. Chris Paul, Ayton, going to be my first two that come in. Maybe Cam Johnson or Jay Crowder, and that's mainly it here. That's all I'd really do. But I do like them. I like them a good bit. Orlando at Golden State. On the Orlando side, Jalen Suggs out, Michael Carter-Williams out, Markelle Fultz out, Jonathan Isaac out, and Eton Moore still out. I'm not too sure if I'd attack here, to be honest, and I might get bitten in the butt because of this, because Orlando somehow finds a way to keep it competitive with these decent teams. And Golden State Warriors, I mean, the Warriors are the best seed in the West. And I don't know. I mean, the Magic beat Denver, so we're to Ethan. But the Warriors are a different breed. So I'm actually not too sure if I would attack here yet, because we saw what Golden State did after they had that big win against Phoenix. The next night they just folded to San Antonio, but I do believe they ended up winning, if I remember correctly. No, they lost. So they lost, but it was a super close game, and it was San Antonio. So now they're rested. They're still super good, and I don't know. I just don't want to attack this Golden State team and take that chance. It could pay off, yeah. I mean, if you do, you're going to want these 3 guys for sure. Or at least 2 of these guys, and then Franz Wagner. And that's mainly all I could say about it. Golden State side, Clay out, James Wiseman out, Andre Iguodala out as well. I mean, you heard my take. I'm probably not going to play any of these dudes. And I'm just going to move on. Clippers Portland, last game on the slate. Nick Batum questionable, Kawhi Leonard out, Jason Preston out. So the Portland Trailblazers are a team to attack right now. They are complete cheeks. They're missing a ton of players, key players, of course, as well. So I do like the Clippers side, but it's going to be tough since they are getting a little bit healthy. Marcus Morris came back in the lineup. He's taken some usage away from the players, bumped out Eric Bledsoe to the bench. So it's going to be tough, to be honest, to play any of these guys. I guess if you were to, Reggie Jackson was worth a look. Zoo's not in that great of a matchup, but they're going to need his size. Morris has been scoring a ton for him. I wouldn't be surprised to see this streak going, because that's his role on the team. That's going to be his role, and they need him as a scorer. So I do like Morris if you were going to play one. Luke Kennard as well. He's been the main shooter off the bench. And he's getting the minutes. He's definitely getting the minutes. So Luke Kennard is definitely worth a look here. And if this game were to blow out, he would get that second unit blowout run before like the third strings come in. Something to note. Serge Ibaka has been starting, but I think he got replaced the second half. So that's something to note if you do play the late slate. On the Portland side, CJ McCollum's probable, Nasir Little's questionable, and then we have Damien Lillard and Anthony Simons out. So they are very, very thin at the guard spot. Dennis Smith Jr. saw minutes into the blowout run last game. And I do believe if Little sits, then those minutes are solidified. Because if Little does play, you might be able to run a CJ1, Norman at the 2, Little at the 3, Cove, and then Nurkic, But with Nasir out, you can't do that. You can't run CJ at the 1 because McLemore just isn't good enough. And he was actually one of my pump plays last time, and he just totally ate it. Wouldn't be surprised to watch him go off here. That's how DFS works, but my money's on Dennis Smith Jr. if Nasir sits. I do believe he has upside, like I said, last slate, and he's playing more. He's being more productive. He looks better out on the court than he has in the past. So he's definitely on my radar tomorrow if Nasir sits. And yeah, that wraps up this NBA DFS DraftKings Picks video for Monday, December 6th. Again, if you liked the video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. For more daily media content and our live streams. I appreciate you guys all for watching as always. And it's been your boy. Let's have a good start of the week. I'm out. Sriracha, you know how it is.